containers. And Heinz is trying to grow its dry cup soup market. Well, with me now is Linzi Boyd. She's Chief Executive of brand consultancy Surgery Group and author of the book Brand Famous. Linzi, good to talk to you. Thank you for coming on to World Business Report.
Hello.
What is it that's going wrong with canned soup? I mean, sales in the UK alone tumbled by 5% last year.
I genuinely think it's gone out of fashion. I think that people are much more conscious about what they're eating, and they realise that the toxicity from a can and what that's doing to the food. It's also not very fashionable to be carrying a tin around in your bag, is it?
And that's what it's about, isn't it? It's about convenience these days rather than perhaps longevity or keeping something in your larder that you could, pick up on a rainy day.
Yeah, I think that their target audience was always, the older person perhaps who wanted to have a stack of tins in their larder. But these days, they're also focusing on the youth. And if they want to grow their following, then they have to look at that aspect. And the youth are wanting quick, easy packaging.
And so what are these companies doing now? I know that Campbell's is moving a little bit further away from canned soup. Heinz says it's actually growing its dry soup market. Do you think these are the way forward for these brands?
It's interesting what Heinz is doing there, because if you look at the three product lines that they've gone for, one of them being their key one, which is tomato soup, they're not really saying that it's the dry product. They're more going on the memory side of things with the brand and how you remembered that product. So then it creates a need for buying that packaging rather than saying, oh, it's the dry food.
It's not just canned soup, though, is it, that you can buy in the shops? There's canned tomatoes, beans, various other items. Are they being affected in the same way as soup?
I don't feel like they are. I feel like soup is so saturated, and there's so many brands out there now that have thought about the environment with cardboard that they're able to move in that direction nicely, whereas canned products with soup aren't. Very briefly, you're a brand expert. What advice would you give to the likes of Campbell's and Heinz if they came to you for that advice? I think they're actually moving this in the right direction. One thing I would definitely be looking at for them, though, is environmental and recyclable, and also providing people with what is the reason why they've gone into plastic over can.
I like a bit of canned soup myself. Linzi, thank you very much indeed for coming and talking to us.